A Look at Seniors is underwritten with the generous support of Centers Healthcare. Heart, Health, Home.
Welcome back, everyone. This is not Pocahontas, by the way. This is, you know I was going to make a comment about the sweater. You knew it. You knew it coming into this.
It's winter.
It is winter, that's right. This is Lois Celeste, who is the Executive Director of the Saratoga Senior Center. And believe it or not, coming up will be the third year that Lois and I will be doing the series, A Look at Seniors. And so first, welcome back.
Thank you.
Very nice to have you here.
Back. It's a great series.
Isn't it a great series? And before we went on air, we were talking about the guests that we've had and the topics that we were covering. And I asked Lois, I said, this year, you see it every single day, Lois. And, what is a topic this year that we think will really resonate with our audience and give them the kind of information they want? And Lois just really nailed it. She said it's about innovation. Now, why did you say that?
Well, I think, what we know is with the boomers hitting and the growth of this population, the services we have are just not enough. And so I really think we have to be innovative and think outside the box of how we're going to help all of our seniors as we age in here. So, no matter what agency comes on with us here and talks or what we talk about, I'm not sure just what we have had is enough to help service all of our seniors.
Yeah, gotcha. Now, when you look at that, I think that's twofold, right? You think about this population coming in, the boomers, the period that they grew up in. It was rebellious. It was very innovative. It was breakthrough at the time. It was radical. Remember the term radical? Well, that population's moving in, so you have that side of it, right? Now, you're laughing when you look at me, so yes, that's
There's
me.
Some radical
yes, it is. But the other side of it is that the needs are different. And technology is playing a part of it. If we were to say, identify a category, for instance, what category would you highlight?
As far as this next population
Yeah,
coming in?
and innovation coming in, is there a category?
Obviously, technology is a big piece,
Right.
And I think the seniors coming in, we're servicing multiple generations. We always will be.
Yes, right.
But very different. I think technology has been a game changer in in everyone's world. So with seniors the same way. Uber, I said we did a trip down to New York City with a group of seniors on a bus. I spent an hour and a half loading Uber, helping them load Uber onto their phones. They're not afraid to use it, and some of the older generation, but the rest of us are using it.
Yes,
so I think technology can really help. Some of the apps, we also talked about the concierge medicine, and some of that's right on your phone. It's not having to necessarily go right into the doctor's office every time, but an app on your phone or calling a doctor. So I think there's a lot of technology that's going to help us.
A question for you. What about things, mobility? I think about that because of independence. Transportation?
Transportation is huge. If you ask anyone, they will say it's the biggest issue out there. Now, there's a lot of transportation that exists already. You have the Office for the Aging Transportation. You have CDTA. You have CDTA Starbus.
Yes,
but what we know is there are gaps, and they need transportation. We know we want seniors to be active, stay connected. In order to do so, some of them need transportation.
Yeah, sure, I've got it. Now, right here, I think you were telling me you recently, because of the Stewart Corporation, were able to get a van, right? Is that right?
So yeah, going back to what those needs are, what those gaps were, we're trying to, and being innovative, we really need to help with transportation. So I sat down, Susan and Bill Dake and the Dake Family Foundation have been outstanding. They're amazing in this community to everyone, but they've been great to us. And so I went to them, and she wanted to know what we needed, and I said, I really think what would make a difference is having another van. Alfred Z. Solomon Charitable Trust also contributed and enabled us to buy a second van. So we have two vans. I have no restrictions on it.
Nice.
And so we can do what we want with it. What we know is that keeping seniors connected, keeping them socially active, and involved in senior centers, national studies coming out on senior centers and the importance of it, is so crucial.
Well, you know what, Lois, I would think that, when you think about transportation, you think about the physical needs, getting from point A to point B. But dig a little deeper, especially with this generation coming in. There's emotional and social aspects that transportation plays a major role in, right?
It's huge. It is
Yeah,
huge.
I
Keeping
think
people
so.
socially connected, making them feel good. They've getting them to the doctor, getting them to the market still, getting them where they have to go, but keeping them socially connected with peers is great. So this van, Stewart's was great. We're launching a transportation system or a program. We're going to get seniors into the senior center on Mondays and Fridays. If they can't get in, we'll pick them up. We'll bring them in, all through the help of the two foundations. So really exciting, and I think it's really the way to go.
You know, you mentioned staying active, socialization. Those things always point to the category of connectivity. I mean, you mentioned Uber before and technology, but I would imagine that, dovetailing transportation is connectivity as well, right?
Oh, sure.
Yeah.
Sure. And with any of the systems, keeping people connected is key.
Yes, right.
So whether it's, even technology, Skyping with your grandchildren, things like that. But the transportation piece, we get them where they need to go. Maybe they could still go get their hair done if that makes them happy, or go out to lunch with a group. We have our Silver Foxes luncheon and our Golden Gals lunch group, and so again, all of those pieces are just key. And I think we're going to talk a lot more about that.
Well, we certainly are. As a matter of fact, I think it's next week that we will be starting an 8-week series. I look forward to this every year. I'm telling you, Lois, it's wonderful information, not only for those of us that are facing moving into more senior environments and years and want to know about financial security, we want to know about housing, we want to know about transportation, connectivity, but also the children. Who are wondering, hey, I want mom and dad to be safe. I want them to be independent. And we hear year after year that this series addresses so many of the fundamental issues that people are concerned with. So, off and running. Next time I see you, we'll have a guest with us and we'll be off and running.
Yeah, thank you very much. This is critical.
Sure.
If anyone has questions, the number is on the screen.
Yes.
Give us a call, 584-1621.
Okay.
Check out the website, the programs, the services we have for people. Happy to help.
Great. See you next week.
Thanks, Jess.
You're welcome, Lois. To see this interview again, you can head to our website, looktvonline.com.
And this makes really small stuff look big. What's this for?
That's a fish scaler. We used it when we were fishing, remember?
Oh, yeah.
Is that a pen?
Yep, I could use it to write you a note.
I'd like that.
I've got tools, too, if you need me to fix anything.
That reminds me of Centers Healthcare. They have everything folks like me need. Maybe they're the Swiss Army knife of healthcare.
Centers Healthcare supports our elderly in dozens of ways, and you can get them all at centershealthcare.com.